If you're watching this, you're probably interested in creating more leads through YouTube. Well, so am I. So I decided to start a series on my journey to turning my YouTube channel into a lead generation machine for my coaching consulting business. And I'm going to start with the value bombs about growing a YouTube channel in that sense, turning it into a lead generation machine that I just got today because I just joined this new program. I want to share these value bombs with you. I'm going to tell you a bit about me if we are meeting for the first time and give you a few more insights around what's working really, really well for my clients currently in terms of creating more coaching, consulting, agency clients. Now, let's dive in. The biggest value bomb that I got. Actually, let me start with the beginning. I joined this new program. It's on school. It's called YouTube Maxing and then Lead Maxing. Lead Maxing is the paid one. Super cool. We had our first ever group coaching call today, and it was extremely insightful. The biggest takeaway, let me pull it up because I have them written down, was this idea that, and it was controversial to what most YouTube gurus tell you, the idea that it's okay to model other people's thumbnails in your industry, your competitors' thumbnails. However, when you do that, your audience automatically assumes that they are going to basically hear or see the exact same thing that they already know. So it works initially, but then when everybody's doing it, not so good, right? Everybody's picking up a specific thumbnail style. So what I was invited to do was to combine different elements and find my own unique thumbnail style that basically doesn't exist, and that basically would very much appeal to you guys, right? That you're watching my videos. And if you've been watching my channel for some time, I really, really appreciate it. And that was very, very interesting. So what I started doing, I started compiling in a Notion document all the videos that I'm finding interesting and looking at the thumbnails and see which elements can I pick from those thumbnails to create my own unique style. The second very powerful insight that I got was calling out the audience, the ideal audience in the titles, because, for example, how to get more leads can be extremely broad. Even somebody who's a contractor will want to know how to get more leads, but it doesn't necessarily fit with my offer of helping experts and agency owners add an extra 10K a month. So that was powerful as well. And I noticed that I have been making this mistake of not including like the target audience in my titles for a while now, and that's something that you're probably going to see being a lot more precise moving forward. And also the idea of meeting the audience where they are at. What do they believe that they need? And starting the video with that, right? And then transitioning into what you know that is actually relevant and valuable to them, what it actually takes to get the desired transformation. These are the value bombs that I got. And if we are meeting for the first time, my name is Bogdan. I run a program called the Warrior Shaman Business Growth System. And I'm a bit of an imposter because it's effortless for me to generate results for my clients. And if you don't know what those are, there's a link to a playlist below that you can check that out if you have the time or if you're curious. But I'm still in the process of figuring out this idea of becoming a client magnet myself. Again, very easy to do for clients, turn them into client magnets, but for me, bit of a journey. So I am sick and tired of doing outreach to create clients. Everybody's doing outreach. Everybody and their grandmother and dog is now messaging people on all the social media platforms, pitching them their offers. You're probably experiencing this every single day, and I'm guilty of doing that for years now. So the idea is that I want to have a mechanism that attracts my ideal audience and use, give tons of value in that sense. And I realized this video is a bit meta. And this is the mission for this YouTube series. I'm going to document basically what I'm doing and the wins, any new insights that I'm getting. So don't expect a video every day or every week, or it's going to be intermittent. I'm only going to make a video when I have something of value to share. And now something that I promise that I'm going to share, something that's working super, super well for my clients. You probably saw the testimonial from Muzz going from 0 sales to 50K in 3 months. Everybody thinks they want more leads. And in fact, what they need is mindset. And here's what I mean. When your mindset is not where it needs to be, and I realize that it's weird coming from me in this moment, when your mindset isn't where it needs to be, your marketing is stifled, your sales calls are stifled, your delivery is stifled. So you cannot effectively use everything you know to get the business that you want. Here's an example. I had a call last week with one of my mindset coaches. Actually I have 2, funny enough. In the same program, I have 2 mindset coaches. So we had a very powerful conversation around the way that I show up in the coaching calls. And after that conversation, I realized that I was being a bit too vanilla in the coaching calls. I was trying to, not in the coaching calls, in the sales calls. I was trying to be a bit too pleasant, smiling too much, being like, oh, let me resonate with this person. So I stopped doing that. And instead, I started becoming way more confident, less reactive to their frames, not being in their frames and me being in my frame. To give you a concrete example, I was explaining what does it take to create more clients to a potential client. It's the 5% strategy, 95% mindset. It's the, thinking, feeling, and acting like that super successful you right now. And that version of you will create better marketing, better sales, better delivery, and everything will just expand overall. And she asked, how do I do that? And I said, with my help. And she started laughing. She said, of course. And I just sat there. I said, I didn't move a muscle. And then when she saw that I wasn't reacting, she asked, okay, how does your program work? And we got into that conversation. So that was a huge shift in my personal mindset. So this is what I mean. There are blind spots, and I'm sure I have a lot of blind spots that I'm, pulling out like weeds. And you might think, oh, I just need the better strategy. I just need the new AI enhanced sales system. Don't get me wrong, those are good. But if there are some limitations that you cannot see, it doesn't matter how good your strategy is. Somebody with low confidence and the best strategies will have worse results than somebody with high confidence and lower level strategy. Just because they're more confident in what they're selling and they show up differently. So this has always been the trajectory for all the people that I work with. It's always been like an elevation of self-worth, an elevation of confidence, an acceptance that, yes, you do deserve more. And I'm probably in the same process myself right now, which is interesting, taking my own medicine. So if you want to support me on this, there's no PayPal or whatever. That's not what I'm looking for. Let me know what are some anime that you watch. If you're an expert and agency owner, I am very, very interested in that. What are your favorite shows? What's some of your favorite animes that you watch? Because this will help me kind of add those distinctive elements in the thumbnails and make something unique, right? I'm just gathering ideas right now. So if you want to help out on this journey, this would be a huge help. Let me know what are the things that you would that you normally, that are very, very familiar with, that you love watching. Like, for example, I love Dragon Ball Z. I grew up with it. The Last Airbender, as well, Miyazaki, anime, Studio Ghibli, and superhero movies. I love those. So I'd love to learn more about what you love to watch, and let's see if we can create this unique thumbnail style together. Thanks for tuning in, and see you in the next episode.